Henman leads 2 games to love.
Well, what a change there has been. Complete reversal. The tension in the arm of Henman, losing him that first set so easily. And now it's Rusedski who's tensed up.
Love 15. Love 30. Game henman. First.
Good point here for Rusedski. He's taking his time. He's not trying to do too much with the ball now. He's allowed Henman to come into the net and plays a superb pass down the line. It's a good sign, that, for Rusedski.
This, in many ways, for Rusedski, rather like the match he played and lost against Mark Petchey, the first match he played as a Briton at Queen's Club, just before Wimbledon. Didn't do himself justice that day. Clever point here by Henman. Look at the shortness of the angle. Not hit hard, made it difficult for Rusedski to handle that volley.
First. Game henman, new balls, please. Henman leads 4 games to love.
With a run of 7 successive games. And he now, Henman, knows that Rusedski is inhibited and making all sorts of unforced errors. of them.
30 love.
Excellent tennis here by both players. The high volley
40.
picked up by Rusedski on the stretch. He manages to get the ball down the line, forcing the error.
Game rusedski. Henman leads 4-1.
And at last, Rusedski seems to be thinking. He took the pace off that serve, that last point.
He's starting to think about what he needs to do instead of just trying to hit the ball, blitz the ball as hard as he could. And of course, a left-hander with the amount of slice that he has on his serve, very often the slower serve is more effective because the spin has time to take effect. But it's a long road now for Rusedski. He's got to break Henman's serve on 2 occasions if he's going to win this, and difficult moments because as he sits down there musing about this match, which he must be, he can't put the thought, I'm sure, out of his mind that at one stage he was a set in a break-up and then a break-up again, and the match was in the palm of his hand and he's let it slip.
What a change. In the early part of the match, it was Rusedski who was dictating almost every rally. Now it's Henman in command.
Thirty. 40 love. First serve. Game Henman leads 5-1.
Leads 5-1 through a miss-hit. Looking at the end of this rally, he picks up a forehand, which is a slight miss-hit. And
please. Thank you.
Rusedski's so surprised.
15 love. Forty love. Rusedski. Henman leads 5-2.
Well, Rusedski was thinking again, taking the pace off the serve and being prepared to rally and work for his point instead of just blasting his way. But my goodness, his fortunes are hanging on a very slender thread now.
Yes, it rather looks as though he's left it rather too late. The two good service games, which he's won to love, both of them, in fact, hasn't lost a point on the last 8 on his own serve. But he has a real problem in the sense that henman, on his own serve, is looking very, very positive indeed. In fact, he's played, I suppose, the last set and a half more like he played against Jeremy Bates than he and in that match he was playing almost faultless tennis. We've seen very few unforced errors, certainly in the last set from henman, but in the look of his eye there is that touch of confidence, isn't there? He looks as though he's going to win.
Will he be afraid to win?
Personally, I don't think so, John, because his tennis upbringing has always been, when he's been in a winning situation, he's been able to come through, and he's come through some difficult times too, with injuries and things of that kind. Here is a great moment for him. Let's see how he handles it.
Calm as you like. Now in the first set that situation happened a lot and he didn't get a single passing shot in. So the ace producing for henman 3 championship points.
Thank you. Game,
So a great moment for young henman here, his first national singles title. And he had to come through a very difficult patch and did it very bravely. But for Rusedski, I have a certain sympathy. He put his whole reputation on the line coming here, knowing that as the British #1 he must, and played until the final really very well, but the occasion finally became too much for him. A match that only lasted 1 hour and 21 minutes, which gives you some idea of the short rallies we had.
And so, to receive the runners-up cheque for £4,500.
He's made an enormous number of friends, has Rusedski, and the way he's conducted himself here, he's been running clinics for youngsters. He's taken time to play with all of them. He must be a very disappointed man, but he conceals his disappointment, as does his girlfriend, Lucy, in the most sporting manner. So there'll be a lot of sympathy for Rusedski today.
And our new Guardian Direct National Singles Champion, Tim Henman.
Well, what a moment for a man who 12 months ago wondered whether he'd ever play tennis again. He broke his leg in September of last year when he was playing in Singapore against Chris Wilkinson and had a long rehabilitation. It's been a long, hard year for him, but how well he has recovered. And delight on the face of David Colgate, his coach. And together with that lovely trophy, a handsome cheque, £9,000.